We've prepared a set of questions to figure this out, and we're gonna get deep down and personal. So let's get started.
Well, Zach, before we get to the heart of the matter, I just think it would be unfair if we asked all these people these questions without answering the question ourselves. So it's all in the spirit of fairness and love. So
Fine. In the name of love, love is in the air. All right, so question number 1. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day, or do you think it is overrated?
if I had a choice, I do feel that Valentine's Day is overrated, and I would personally not celebrate it. But that is just from my. If I was with a partner that chose to celebrate it, I might
Rethink that partnership?
You're dead to me.
Personally, for me, I find the notion of Valentine's Day to be, it's cute, but it is very overrated in my perspective because, I mean, why do you need a single day to celebrate your entire relationship and partnership? Right?
That's cute.
You should be celebrating this every day and every time you see them, not waiting for one arbitrary date in the year. But I do celebrate from time to time if it's with a partner who is really kind of on the same page with me in terms of celebration. And we'll get more into that in the later questions.
All right, for the next question, let's go back a little bit more, maybe present day. You don't have a lot of money. You're not sure what you should do for Valentine's Day. How would you spend Valentine's Day without breaking the bank?
All right, so in the interest of saving money on Valentine's Day, I devised this really cheap date. And it was cheap, but it was still a lot of fun. So what I would do was go out to McDonald's with my partner, get a $1 ice cream cone, $1 for each of us, so it was a $2 date. And then we would walk to Sentosa Island. This was back when I was living in Singapore. So we would walk in with our 2 ice cream cones and just explore the island for free. So how about you, Andrew?
Yeah, great question.
You asked it.
Oh, yeah, I do have a great question. I would say one of the more romantic things I've done on a budget was to make a dozen paper roses and take my date to a really nice bridge. It was in Williamsburg. I think it was called the Cremdell Bridge. And it's a really beautiful bridge, red bridge, kind of secluded over this nice creek or stream. And the very nice gilding and ornate railings, I guess. Yeah. And then I presented her with a dozen roses made out of paper. As I'm saying this out loud, I'm starting to think that maybe my standards are a little too low. Maybe I've become a little too complacent. I might need to up my standards just a touch.
All right, Andrew. So speaking of upping your standards, what is the most you have ever spent on Valentine's Day?
All right, I got to be honest. I've never really spent money on a lot of money on Valentine's Day, so my answer's not gonna lie. I can say that the most I've ever spent on a date was probably about $200 to $300.
On what?
I bought tickets to the Spirit in Norfolk. It's this cruise line kind of ship, and then
That's an experience.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience. I don't actually have any regrets about it.
Okay, fair enough.
How about you? What do you think?
Well, I used to be huge into tangible gifts because I thought, you can keep these as keepsakes and really look back at them and go, wow, what a great little thing. So this was back when I was obsessed with mechanical watches. And I went ahead and bought my girlfriend at that time it was like a $300 watch that does nothing but tell the time. And the date, not even the day, just the number. The date number.
But did it do its one function very well?
It did, and it was a super durable watch that was advertised to be bullet resistant. And
it's like a scuba diving watch.
It was a dive watch, but it had mother of pearl on the dial. It was beautiful. It was great, but it was $300, and I guarantee you she does not wear it right now because it's probably just going to remind her of me, and we're not together anymore. So that was money down the drain.
Okay, so we got time for one more question. Zach, what do you think would be a fun idea for a cheap date that you could take someone on without, doing too crazy, do anything too crazy?
So I am full of cheap date ideas. If you guys ever want, you can always hit me up. I'll put my contact down here. But for this question, for this Valentine's Day season, this is what I had in mind. I was gonna dress up with the person that I was seeing and really dress fancy.
Dress to the nines.
Dress to the nines, and then go on really exorbitantly expensive house tours to just kind of see what the rich people would be buying and living in. Either house tours of really nice neighborhoods or fancy apartments. I love fancy apartments. Just anything with cement and glass makes me really happy.
And if you go to fancy enough apartment shopping, they probably put out like
Oh,
charcuterie
and
boards.
they
like,
give
put out, like,
cookies
wine
and drinks and
glasses.
sometimes wine. Not saying you should take advantage of their
That's what
their
we're saying.
goodies. That's I'm not condoning that, but do I do it?
Not.
How about you? What is your most creative date idea?
All right, so I actually can't think of anything creative per se, but there is like when I was.
Aren't you on our creative team?
Yeah, let's not talk about the details. All right, so there was an idea that I had, and then again, this is in college, but I never got to fulfill it, so it kind of lives on. But I sort of always wanted to go to Honda dealership or something and look at cars and go like maybe joyride, like test drive a car, maybe like a Tesla.
Like a Tesla?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great. So like a Tesla, go to a Tesla dealership, test drive a car, kind of along that same vein, like going to something where you don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, just hanging out. Like sometimes these places will have theaters. Like they will have theaters that have like a little popcorn stand while you wait for like your car's getting service or something like that. So,
Cookies too. Lots of dealership.
yeah.
You have
So imagine
cookies.
that. You take your date out, you drive around the city, you come back, and then I don't know, you could pop in and watch a movie if they're playing anything, or like grab a cup of coffee.
Why don't you combine the both and you take a rental car
Oh.
or not a rental car?
Yes.
You test drive a car around a fancy neighborhood. Then
You're
once
like,
you're
I need
done
to
with
borrow
that-
this car for about 2 hours. I mean, not borrow, test
I
drive.
gotta test drive it and test park it in my test house, my test mansion. All right, if you made it to the end of the video, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you are updated for all future videos that come out. Go ahead and leave a comment below if you have anything to say. As long as it's nice, don't say anything.
Please don't hurt our feelings. We worked really hard at this.
And thumbs up if you like the video. It helps let us know if you like this kind of format. And
Yeah, and if you
see
got like
us.
a topic or something that you want to see, maybe as documentary style or something, we've kind of been toying with that idea, right? We're
Yeah,
gonna say that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah, we've
street
been
documentaries.
Yeah, we've been toying with the idea of doing a street or documentary style series. So if you have an idea for one of those or like a story that you think should get out there, let us know. Drop a comment in the box and give us
right.
some feedback.
We'll see you in the next episode.
All right, guys.